How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Hairball, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. And I saw this sitting on the shelf. The watercolor painting is very striking. Seeing that the cat brought a little finger to you, that's going to hook me as a horror fan. And in this book, you get a child who's being adopted by these two parents, and the same day that she gets to the new house, a black cat also shows up. And as the parents start to fight and the relationship starts to crumble, the black cat will do strange supernatural things, very David Cronenberg-esque. And it's kind of interesting, but kind of in the background, you know? Maybe I'm a bit of a, I don't know, simpleton or something, but I kind of just want to see the weird cat do weird, creepy horror stuff, and that is there, but it's kind of in the background. The book is a lot about the parents fighting, a lot about the oncoming divorce that's probably in the works for these two, and you get to see a lot of heavy subject matter. The daughter doesn't talk much, and they think that she's developmentally disabled, and we also get how the medical bills are piling up. You know, they're not a super well-off family anyway, and they're having to pay for all these psychologists, and the dad's like, "You wanted a kid," and says some very terrible things. The mom's not a great person either, but the girl overhears her parents fighting and saying some absolutely terrible stuff about her. And the thing is, it's pretty hard to read. And it's kind of weird to kind of talk about this stuff. It's accurate. Divorce, parents, crumbling marriage, it's accurate, it's tough and gritty, and that's how it should be, but at the same time, it's really hard to read through, it's really super depressing, and I don't really want to read it. And the thing is, you know, with the cover, with the concept, I love me a good creepy haunted cat story, you know, that one section from the Tales from the Crypt movie is a classic, and I kind of want to see the wacky horror stuff, and this kind of puts it on the back burner to tell a more serious story, and right now it's really reminding me of James Tynion's The Closet, which was very much about a crumbling marriage, and this cool monster in the closet aspect kind of got shoved to the background. And it's accurate, but it's not what I'm looking for, you know? And this might be some people's cup of tea. They might really get into it. They might go, "Can't you see the realistic drama?" And I'm like, yeah, that's there, but it's also super depressing, and I just kind of want to see a creepy cat do weird creepy cat stuff. I don't know, I should put this down and read Cat Diary, I guess. So yeah, it's good for what it's trying to do, but it's not really what I was looking for. And after getting through The Closet, I don't know if I can take another crumbling marriage, distressing story that has just a tinge of horror in it. If I hear it's really good, I might pick up the trade when it comes out, but as it stands, not really something I'm super interested in. But if this sounds like something you would be, I can see this book having its fans. Anyway, if you guys want to see a little bit more of the story and a little bit more of the art, I'm going to switch to the close-up camera and we'll take a closer look at the release. I'll be avoiding major spoilers, so don't worry about that. But without further ado, to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle, taking a closer look at Hairball, issue number 1. Now, I do have to say right off the bat, I really do like the cover. So many covers are all done with a very similar art style. To see one with a sort of watercolor, I guess, painting style is very different and definitely does stand out. And we do get the cute little cat, which I don't think actually wears a bow tie in the comic, which is sad because the bow tie looks nice, and it looks more gray on the cover, but when you look at the comic, he's definitely a black cat. I think that's just watercolors. It's hard to go darker with. And we do get the little finger, which is striking. You know, the cat brought you the finger. It tells you it's going to be a horror book, because without that, you wouldn't know. It just looks like a kitty. But to be fair, it kind of does make me expect more from the book than there actually was as far as the horror and gore department. We get also the logo with the ink and the handwritten style letters at the bottom. Up at the top is the Dark Horse logo, as well as Flux House, which I guess is some other company. Number 1 and $5.99, looking a little bit like a old-timey price stamp. And yeah, $5.99, not gonna lie, that's a little steep. I think this is longer than 22 pages, so it's oversized, and I get doing a bigger price, but man, $5.99, that is on the more expensive side. I don't think there's any ads in here too, except for the one for the next issue in the back, but still, man, that's kind of steep. But anyway, on the back we get a picture of the cat by the window, and we get the barcode 00111, first printing, first cover, first issue. Anyway, crack open the book, and we get the Hairball logo, and we get the script is by Matt Kindt, the art and the letters are by Tyler Jenkins, and the colors are by Hillary Jenkins. I'm wondering if they're married or something. Anyway, after that, we get into the story proper. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the story. I want to show you guys just a little bit of the story and the art. I won't be doing any major spoilers, but that being said, it is in issue 1, so I might go a little farther than normal, but I'll try to avoid the end bits. Anyway, we get an opening page that I actually really like. A lot of this is lost in the void, and we get the eye and the adoption paperwork, and then the next page of the story, we get kind of into the setup there. We get this young girl, her parents take her in, and on the day she shows up, a cat also shows up, and she said that they got me and the cat on the same day. It was a stray that I begged them to take in, and they did, to try to make me happy. But she also says, you can't really pick your parents, but since she was adopted, she wonders if they could go back in time and do it all over again. Would they have taken me in? Would they have taken the cat in? And she thinks maybe not. We then get a scene where the cat is watching her sleep, and the weird, surreal moment, the biggest horror moment in this book, the kitty will bite her arm and leave a strange symbol matching the cat's teeth on her arm, and we get into almost like a bit of a, Cronenberg surrealism. Out of the arm, 2 little worms come crawling and plop down on the floor and hide under her bed. Yeah, don't know what that was about, but it is creepy and weird looking. So yeah, we'll get a lot of these little bubbles where she's reflecting on her past, and we also get these sequences where she's talking to a psychiatrist, her floating in this black void once again, and you see how she's wearing gray with the little patch on the knee. Well, we know these are several visits because now she's in purple, and then we get another visit later, and now she's in yellow, so we know that these are visits upon visits, time after time, but we get to see that they argue. The mom finds out about the bite, and the dad gets mad, yells about the cat, says he's gonna, drown it, but we also get a bunch of stuff where they talk about how the daughter isn't talking, and, they say that she has some sort of disability. I forget what they say, like active imagination and a colorful inner life. But yeah, they talk about her development issues, and they're having to put her through a bunch of therapy, and she hears them yelling and screaming about her, among other things. They also talk about each of them suspects the other of having an affair, and you can tell their marriage is right on the brink of a divorce, but they yell about how, you wanted a kid, no, you wanted a kid too, and, you know, the medical bills for the kid are costing us a fortune, we can't afford this. And because the kid can hear and they're not doing a good job of keeping this quiet, yeah, she is going to feel quite bad because of that, and the creepy cat is going to be like her only friend. And yeah, man, both parents here are pretty bad. I mean, they're making it where the dad is worse, kind of coming after the kid more directly, and he says some terrible things and threatens violence towards the cat. Yeah, the dad is worse, but the mom isn't a shining example here either, but we do get page after page of this yelling, and it does get super exhausting, and don't get me wrong, that's how real divorce is, that's how a real crumbling marriage is. It's bad and exhausting, and it is quite sad, but that being said, it is a lot to read through, and I don't know if I could take picking this up issue after issue, I mean, especially wanting me to pay $6 to... I mean, that's the question, is how do you approach this topic accurately? I mean, it's going to be exhausting, it's going to really wear on you, but at the same time, you know, it's like, okay, that is accurate, but I don't want to read that, you know? So I don't really know how you would really make an engaging story on the topic of divorce that I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just not my thing. Some other people may love it. But of course, the cat is up to more supernatural things, vomiting a strange hairball onto one of the dad's papers, and we'll get to see more about what he's up to later. There are a few twists and turns, and you can tell that the story is going to go in an interesting way, but that being said, I'm gonna have to hear this book gets really good if I pick up the trades. Just how exhausting it was, and having already sat through The Closet, which was a similar thing, where it was all about a crumbling relationship, and it was not too much horror. You know, I'm worried that there won't be enough horror. I like the cat, I like the creative, gory, creature, Cronenberg-esque stuff. That is really, really cool. I'm just worried it might get a little buried by a plot that I don't particularly want to read. You know, again, represented right, but I don't really, I don't know if I physically can take it. I don't know. Again, I would much rather have more horror, and I'd rather have some, you know, like maybe if you made the child like a super, super interesting character, then maybe it would be easier to follow because you just really love one of the characters or something. I don't know. It's just hard to get a foothold in this world. Again, doing what it wants to, but I don't know. I don't know if I can take it. But then again, this may be some people's thing, you know. If you really like The Closet, you'll probably like this, but I think I'll hold off till trades unless someone tells me it gets really, really good. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. How about my issue number 1's playlist, where you can see me review other first issues of other comics. There should be some fun stuff in there. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.